Hello, I just graduated college. I'm officially a mechanical engineer. It took me 4 years and I went through some of the hardest semesters of my life to get there, but at last, I am done. And to celebrate, along with eating a stupidly large amount of food and getting a good night's sleep for the first time in years, I decided to make a subscriber special because why not? For this occasion, I'm going to regale you with tales from my time in college, answer some questions from my comments, and talk a little bit about the future of this channel. So, like I said, I got my major in mechanical engineering, and I'm going to level with you, engineering is pain. To be honest, most of the difficulty just came from a few bad professors that soured the experience, but still. Just as an example, in the first year, we had a 2-part class that all the engineers had to take. In the first semester, we had around 650 students. In the second semester, almost half of them were gone. So yeah, it's definitely not for everyone, but it does have an interesting effect on you. Similar to things like art and architecture, you start to notice the finer details of the world around you, and it becomes natural to think about how everything is designed. And in the case of being an engineer, you actually know how it was designed, and all of a sudden you have this whole new way of seeing everything. I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but seriously, I can't get enough of it. Now, as a part of my degree, I had to take extracurricular classes, and one of the ones I decided to take was Psychology 101. My mom was a psychology major, so I thought it might be fun. And for the most part, it was great. However, as a part of the class, you had to be a participant in a few experiments for the graduate students in psychology. I did 4 in total, and they were fairly normal for the most part, but the last one I did was one of the most awkward experiences I've ever had. The experiment was very basic. You stick your hand in a bucket of ice water and see how long you can hold it. Then, as a follow-up, you do the same thing, but while making a game face. Now, I'm fairly athletic, but never in my life have I thought about the face I make when I'm competing in something. So I'm sitting there, for what feels like forever, with my hand in a bucket of ice water and the stupidest grimace on my face. Minutes pass and I'm still sitting there, with these 2 grad students just monitoring me. At a certain point I think to myself, I've been here for a while, I should probably take my hand out of the ice water. There's no way this is healthy. But I persist, because I want to be a good little lab rat. After the first wave of silence and boredom passed, I thought again, okay, I know that with my pain tolerance I could sit here until the ice melts, but I think I'm losing feeling in my hand all the way into my forearm. I need to abort. Mind you, this whole time I am making a face that looks like I'm constipated. In a moment of desperation, with a strong desire to get out of this very, very strange situation, I remove my hand. But my game face is still active, because they haven't told me to stop. I don't know what to do. So I'm sitting there looking mad, and they're quickly writing down the results and everything. And then the main guy looks at me and jolts back. And all of a sudden I realize, oh god, I was supposed to stop the face ages ago. I was so embarrassed I just filled out the paper they handed me and left. I didn't say another word. Now, as far as college stories go, if I told them all, this video would be days long. But there is one more story I wanted to bring up. For the sake of building my resume, I knew I wanted to do an internship between my junior and senior year. I had to do a lot of interviewing, but eventually, I snagged a job with an automotive company. In general, if I'm getting paid, I'm a pretty hard worker, and I did my best to go above and beyond at this job. However, due to the nature of the position, which was oftentimes just grunt work around the factory, I had a lot of downtime. And usually when I have downtime, I try to find something that's productive. So I would ask around about odd jobs here and there, and every now and then they'd have one. But I'd usually finish it in an hour and then still have the rest of the day to be at work. So, I started to get creative with my methods of passing the time, because even though they didn't give me anything to do, I still wanted to look busy. And on a day where I had literally nothing to do, I devised a plan to look as busy as possible without actually accomplishing anything. So I grabbed my safety glasses, my steel-toed boots, and a clipboard. Then, radiating with determination and confidence, I walked in circles around the factory. Keep in mind that the workday is around 8 hours. I must have walked the equivalent of a marathon that day. And to really sell it, I'd even stop by some of the machines and just stare at them, looking back and forth between them and the clipboard. And if I was feeling real spicy, sometimes I would bring a pen and write down incoherent part numbers just for the extra flair. Just to be clear, if you ever get a real full-time job, don't ever do this. It is beyond stupid. Anyways, now that I've thoroughly incriminated myself for laziness, let's move on to some comments. First off, we have, "Hi, how are you?" Well, at the moment, I am desperately trying to find a job with little to no results, but my mom cooked a really good dinner last night, so I'm doing pretty great, honestly. Also, you missed a video. You're slacking. Next we have, "How doesn't this guy blow up? His videos are better than 99% of Skyblock YouTubers." Considering I've only made 4 Skyblock related videos, I'd say wait until there's a larger sample size before you make any judgments. Also, my competition is mostly just children trying their best, so yeah, but hey, I appreciate the sentiment. Here we have a comment from PocoBoom. "Thanks for the vid, super helpful. Not trying to make it hard on you, but can you make a maxed minion setup / build?" Unless any of y'all have a few billion coins burning a hole in your pocket, then probably not. What pickaxe and what enchantments do you use on your pickaxe? I think I had a stroke reading that. Use a drill, I don't know. Here we have PocoBoom back at it with a very insightful comment. "Dead?" Let's see. This was 2 months ago, which was the second round of midterms, so yes, dead. Oh, and they followed up with, "He is alive, poggers." Yes, indeed I am. Upload schedule is still massively suffering though, but I'll get back to that in a sec. Also, I want to commemorate the first ever comment on this channel from a Mickium on my farming guide. I didn't respond to it at the time, but I want to say thank you, it meant a lot. And to all the other people who have said very nice things about my content, I really appreciate it. Nothing motivates me more than seeing a comment like this, or this, and especially this. Quick side note, I do have another project that I've secretly been working on for a while now. I am making a Skyblock themed parkour map. I don't want to spoil too much since it's not done yet, but once it is, I'll make a channel announcement and y'all can come play around on it. I will say, if you want a sneak preview, send me a friend request when I'm online and I'll let you come fly around. Also, if you're subscribed and you send me a friend request, I'll add your Minecraft face to the wall. Obviously, this offer ends when the wall fills up, so you better be quick. Finally, I'd like to take an opportunity to talk about this channel. I realize I'm only 5 videos deep, including this one, but now's as good a time as ever to fill you in on what you can expect to see from me in the future. First off, like I've mentioned, I recognize that my upload schedule is egregiously bad, but hey, to be fair, I was in the middle of the last year of college, so there's that. But ideally, I would like to upload 2 or 3 times a month, since I like to take the time on the content I put out, and assuming I get a job soon, I should be a lot more consistent. I know that sounds backwards, but trust me, having a job makes life so much more structured, and it is way easier to find motivation to make videos. Also, to those of you who may have been concerned about me pigeonholing myself into the realm of Skyblock content, don't worry, I intend to make much more content outside of Skyblock, and possibly even videos that aren't Minecraft related if I think it would make for good content. And to those of you who really enjoy my Skyblock content, it will be coming to an end fairly soon, but I hope you stick around. To be honest, I've gotten to the point in Skyblock where I've done all the things I set out to when I started playing, so there isn't really anything for me to make content on. In my downtime, I managed to complete my recipe book, which was my goal from the beginning of Skyblock. So in my head, I've beaten the game. I'll probably still hop on from time to time, but as far as future videos, there's really only one that I have in mind, and it's a big one, but you'll have to wait and see what that is. Another thing I want to briefly mention is the lack of a name or a face. When it comes to the internet, I prefer anonymity. I know it's easier to connect with viewers if they can attach a face with the content that they enjoy, but personally, I just want to entertain. I'm not a fan of parasocial relationships, and to be completely honest, I just want to live as close to a normal life as possible. I like having an outlet to be creative and make content that I can be proud of, but engineering has been my passion since I was old enough to walk and talk. Seriously. And while I can't speak for my future self, I know that right now pursuing a career in engineering is what I want to do with my life. Of course, everything is subject to change, and I'm not nearly arrogant enough to say that if a few zeros were added to my subscriber count that I wouldn't change gears, but right now I just want to move to a big city, find a nice job, and go from there. And lastly, I want to say thank you. I know I'm only sitting at 32 subscribers as of making this video, but the kindness that has been shown from the people who watch my videos is unreal. And the idea that people saw one of my videos and thought, yeah, I'd like to see more of that, and subscribed is crazy to me. So again, thank you. I don't know what the future holds, but I'll do my best to keep uploading content that you all enjoy. Anyways, that's all from me for now. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!